Man, Rockstar these days seems to be in the habit of doing their beloved IPs dirty. Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Definitive Edition got done dirty with the half-baked release that was just completely bugged out, tons of technical issues, and mobile ports and AI upscaling that wasn't touched up that made them far from the definitive versions of that trilogy of Grand Theft Auto games. And then, of course, there is Red Dead Online. There's a passionate community surrounding it, but they've been disillusioned by Rockstar's inability to just keep it updated, to support it, and to keep it alive, and to keep it thriving on the level that they've done with GTA Online. It doesn't even feel like they're putting in the bare minimum of efforts, with Taz2 recently tweeting back in July 5th, 2022, just 5 days ago, that they're hosting yet another month-long event that doesn't offer anything in the way of substantial new content, while Grand Theft Auto Online is receiving a new update very soon. So disillusioned was the community with yet another month-long event that shows a complete lack of interest to really back Red Dead Online, that Red Dead News right here straight up decided that they'd host a funeral for Grand Theft Auto Online as a means to potentially send a message to Rockstar. Who's up for it then? A funeral to celebrate 1 year of Red Dead Online being abandoned. Dress up in your best funeral attire, get your friends to join, tag us in pics, and use the hashtags below. Save the date, Wednesday, July 13th. Are you in? So 3 days from now, apparently this is just something that the community is going to gather to do, and the hashtag Save Red Dead Online and hashtag Red Dead Funeral are used here. You may recall Save Red Dead Online kind of got trending months ago because people were just so sick and tired of the lack of support for a game that has so much potential. They wanted to peacefully find a way to disrupt things so that Rockstar would listen, but instead, Rockstar has doubled down on their abandonment of Red Dead Online. In fact, with this latest blog post, it would seem as though Red Dead Online could be considered as good as dead. It's not being shut down or anything. The servers are still up, and they're going to do basic stuff like more month-long events and the like. But they've pretty much confirmed here that no new major content is being worked on or is coming. Whereas with GTA Online, Rockstar is still going all in with their content updates and additions. Will be working to improve the overall GTA Online experience with new gameplay updates, adding top community requested experience improvements and upgrades to make it easier for players to enjoy everything GTA Online has to offer. Meanwhile, Red Dead Online continues to be the neglected child. Here's the update that they had to provide on Red Dead Online. We would also like to thank the Red Dead Online community. Well, I don't think the community is in the mood to reciprocate that gratitude. Over the past few years, we have been steadily moving more development resources towards the next entry in the Grand Theft Auto series, understanding more than ever the need to exceed players' expectations and for this next entry to be the best it can possibly be. And as a result, we are in the process of making some changes to how we support Red Dead Online. Changes is one way to downplay this situation, the complete abandonment of this online mode. They basically say here, all of this existing content, we're going to keep recycling that. We'll continue to showcase these unique additions through Red Dead Online's monthly events. And then they added, we plan to build upon existing modes and add new Telegram missions this year rather than delivering major themed content updates like in previous years. This right here is the final nail in the coffin. They're straight up saying that there are going to be no Red Dead Online expansions. Red Dead Online is just going to keep recycling those frickin' monthly events that essentially serves as the bare minimum support for a game that Rockstar clearly seems to be eager to completely jump ship from. And finally, and we'll continue to highlight and share the creative efforts of our Red Dead community at every opportunity via the Newswire and beyond. A community that's diminishing and dying off because you have failed to reciprocate the enthusiasm that the community is showing towards this game. It wasn't long before major news outlets began to report on this, like IGN here. Red Dead Online won't get major themed updates as more resources are shifted into Grand Theft Auto 6. And look, I'm excited that Rockstar is working on GTA 6. It's long overdue, but you can't possibly convince me that this multi-billion-dollar company, with the kind of revenue that they generate from GTA Online, that they aren't able to set aside a smaller team of dedicated Red Dead Online developers who are able to bolster it on a level that it deserves. This very much feels like what Sony did to PlayStation Vita. They took this amazing thing that had so much potential that they should have supported more to weather out the initial rough tidings to eventually pave the road to something really, really successful and something really, really beloved. I mean, look, there's no denying that Grand Theft Auto Online is a far more successful endeavor right now. Currently on Steam charts, you can see that 100,000 players are playing on a daily basis, more than 100,000 players. Whereas with Red Dead Online, it's only a fraction of that, an all-time peak of 18,000 players and a 24-hour peak and a daily player base of roughly almost 3,000 players. But that in large part has to do with the community losing hope that Red Dead Online is worth the time investment, given Rockstar, again, isn't showing the level of enthusiasm that they've shown for GTA Online. You, Rockstar, haven't taken the effort to really nurture this community, to really spruce it up on a level that is comparable to GTA Online. Similarly to how Sony looked at Vita as a failure because it wasn't doing the numbers that, the 3DS was, but your lack of support is what made the Vita stagnate in sales. If you would have supported it on the level that Nintendo did with 3DS, which also had initial rough tidings, but eventually got bolstered by Nintendo support, then that could have been successful. And it feels like Red Dead Online is sort of a similar case of abandonment leading to a degradation of the community, which Rockstar perceived as people not being interested in the game, when it was Rockstar who caused that degradation of the community because of their lack of support. And the Red Dead Online community is straight up just mourning the blog post that pretty much puts a nail in the coffin, pretty much states without, directly stating that Red Dead Online is dead. Red Dead Online Hub tweeted, Red Dead Online is a special game with an incredibly strong community. It deserved better. We deserve better. Here we have Ben, who said, I am sad about Red Dead Online after seeing that blog post that pretty much confirmed our worst fears in regards to Rockstar support of this title. Since the initial launch, I was very passionate that I'd resort to creating concepts and reporting the news, which became the sole purpose of this page in 2018 to 2021. I was so excited for the future, but well, now my passion feels wasted. I feel as if Rockstar is using Grand Theft Auto 6 as a scapegoat to avoid updating the game. GTA Online is set to receive another update this month, followed by a major update around the Christmas season. They have internal resources to update the game. I don't buy their statement. I don't either. If Rockstar really wanted to, they could both develop Grand Theft Auto 6 and keep Red Dead Online bolstered and updated and thriving, but they just don't seem like they feel like it. That's really what it comes down to. And GTA 6 is being used as an excuse to try to make Red Dead Online fans see it as a situation of, well, we're working on this other thing that so many people are excited for. I hope you understand. But it just feels insincere. And for Ben, it all feels like a slap in the face. If they delivered on the Rockstar editor and other fan-requested updates, then people would enjoy it more. There isn't even an updated port for next-gen consoles yet, but Grand Theft Auto 5 got a new port with 60 frames per second and ray tracing. And apparently Tez2 has heard through the grapevine through his own sources that plans for such a port, as well as their plan to come up with an enhanced Rockstar editor, all of that's been canceled or halted. And then beyond that, Jason Schreier has heard through his own sources that Rockstar has pretty much moved on from Red Dead. In response to Ben asking Jason Schreier to kind of look into this, Jason responded, Rockstar made it pretty clear this week, but what I've heard is that most of the Red Dead Online designers have either left or moved to Grand Theft Auto 6 over the past 2 years. Well, there you go. It doesn't get any more clear than that. Red Dead Online is as good as dead and abandoned. It's basically been primed to eventually dehydrate, starve, and fade away unceremoniously. This is despite the community's best efforts. Recall that 6 months ago, the community got Save Red Dead Online, the hashtag, trending on Twitter in an effort to really make it known to Rockstar that the Red Dead community is alive and well. They're just waiting for Rockstar to act, for them to give them a reason to come back and to talk more about this game and to spread the word, to bring more people in. The community went all out on this one, didn't want to leave the community manager alone in that period when the hashtag Save Red Dead Online protest was going on. And this is a protest that began after Rockstar announced this recycling of content that was set to be a month-long event of nothing new, basically, which led to major Red Dead outlets like Red Dead News just straight up laughing at the absurdity of just how poorly this game is being supported. And making this particularly insulting for the Red Dead community was that this was how Rockstar decided to kick off the new year for Red Dead Online. And it was around this time that Rockstar began doing monthly updates instead of weekly updates, and this is a concern that was expressed in this Reddit thread in response to this user posting, start off the new year with no new content, basically rephrasing the Rockstar official Twitter page's tweet about this monthly event that had the community all the more disillusioned. This Reddit user said they're doing monthly updates now instead of weekly updates. Uh-oh, he saw what this was foreshadowing. This was just Rockstar further distancing themselves from this game's support, leading to social media posts like this from the Save Red Dead Online protest. 3 years of neglecting Red Dead Online for an 8-year-old outdated clusterfuck of a game known as GTA Online. Red Dead Online has been left to rot by Rockstar's incompetence and inability to listen to their community. Get the hashtag trending. Unfortunately, such community efforts weren't enough, and it's not as if Rockstar is known for listening to their community or for, just really appreciating their community, given the way they've been taking down mods and going on a mod killing spree just because they were too afraid that modders would do a better job at remastering old Grand Theft Auto games than Rockstar would be able to on an official capacity, which is exactly what happened with a definitive edition. These days for Rockstar and Take-Two, it's not about listening to the community, it's about following the smell of the money. And they're certainly chasing after that with Grand Theft Auto Online, despite them saying, oh, we really need to put all hands on deck on GTA 6. GTA Online is still being worked on like there's no tomorrow. But Red Dead Online, just not enough of a moneymaker is what it feels like to me, regardless of community sentiments, regardless of the potential that this holds. If it's not making them all the money, then, they got to kind of cut it, is the impression that a lot of people are getting, and understandably so. But alas, this is the situation we're in, ladies and gentlemen. Curious to see if Rockstar will revisit Red Dead Online after GTA 6. I honestly highly doubt it. They're going to be so focused on GTA 6's online component, which I'm sure they're going to monetize to hell and back and take advantage of the huge sales that game is going to generate, with Red Dead Online being a forgotten memory. That's how I imagine things will end up, but that's one man's take. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are on these latest Red Dead Online developments and the Red Dead community's response to all of this. And to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.